Well, up next is a men's singles event. Here's the men's singles. It's going to be at the bottom. It's Ygor COELHO versus WONG Vincent. It will be Hong Kong versus Brazil. We have some other matches. It's India above, and we just Cho Chin Chen and Itu will finish it off later on today in the men's singles.
Yeah, welcome along, Charmaine Reid beside myself, Paul Hand, as we peruse the men's singles draw. And you can see that Wong Wing Ki goes up against Ygor COELHO next in the men's singles. That should be an all-engrossing encounter. And that's the section of the draw that these athletes are in. Right down the bottom of the top half of the draw, with HS Pranoy possibly lying in wait if he can get past the New Zealand player up above. So all of Pan Am will be keen to see the progress of the man from the favelas, Brazil's Ygor COELHO de Oliveira, who faces Hong Kong's Wong Wing Ki in his opener. Since the time he played in the Youth Olympics in Nanjing, Oliveira has set one milestone after another, and Nanjing offers him another opportunity to set another milestone here. The Brazilian, he won the Pan Am Junior Badminton Championships 10 times in boys, sorry, 6 times in boys singles and 4 times in the mixed event with Mahani Vincent. Placed at 27 on the World Junior rankings, the Brazilian. These two, first meeting between the two, they've never met before. Vincent Wong Wing Ki has an appetite for big scouts. In October 2011, in the Danish Open, he beat Lee Hyun-il in the first round, and the very next day, well, he pulled off a massive upset when he dumped out 4-time world champion Lin Dan of China, 21-19, third game to punch his ticket to the quarterfinals. So as we take a look then at our athletes, Vincent Wong Wing Ki, 28 years old, 5'11" or 1m62 he is. And a glimpse at Ygor COELHO now, 21 years old. Ranked 39th, has been as high as 30th in the world. That was in March earlier this year, as you can see. So just playing 9 spots off of his career high. 6 times Pan Am champion from Sao Paulo in Brazil, 21 years old. He's 11-7 this year, wins to losses, having played 16 tournaments. He's COELHO, terrific athlete. He's taken 2 titles at the Brazil International, the Pan Am Championships as well, and a couple of quarterfinal showings. Once at the Scottish Open Grand Prix back in December of last year, and the Bitburger Open as well. And had a second round showing in the World Champs in Glasgow this time last year. And as I say, Charmaine beside me, great to be working with you for the first time this year. Tell us a bit about Ygor, who you know quite well.
Yeah, I know Ygor quite well. Ever since he was 10 years old, I went into the projects in the favelas and showed my medals and talked about the Olympics, and it's been fantastic ever since.
Yeah, he's a real character, isn't he? And you've known him for he was 7, wasn't he, when you met him? 7 years old, is that right?
He was 10, but I've known his dad previous for many years, and yeah, fantastic family.
Quite a backstory coming from the Brazilian favelas, the slums of Brazil, frankly, and having really made a name for himself. Such a lovely, heart-wrenching story, and we'll get into that a little bit later on as we sort of glide through this match. It's going to be an interesting opener, though, because these two have never met before officially on tour, so that's always quite a tough dynamic in itself. Who knows what will unfold? Umpire for today, Mei Lang Yen of Vietnam, and Eddie Rufianto, the service judge. So men's singles first round action then. What will unfold? Ygor COELHO, the athletic 21-year-old from Sao Paulo, Brazil,
On my right,
against Vincent Wong
Vincent, Hong Kong, China. And on my left, Ygor COELHO, Brazil. Ygor COELHO to serve. Level. Play.
Well, this could be a very good match. Vincent's very flashy out there, really good shots, and tricky when he's on. He does make these mistakes and misses it mentally, so if he's steady, he's definitely the favor. Well, Ygor, hard worker out there, great attack. If he can play steady, he'll give him a big run for his money.
Service all. 1 love.
To guess the expectancy is on Vincent Wong, isn't it? Ranked at 22 in the world, has been knocking on the door at number 10 in the world in May of last year. That was his career high. So a slightly more experienced athlete, some may say. There's something red on the court, don't know quite what it is, but the court attendants mopped it up anyway. So he carries himself with a real nice sense of calm, Wong.
He has a lot of pace right now. I think Wang Wei, he's going to put that pace in and try to put the pressure on Ygor right off the bat. He has more experience, so he's going to really try to go out strong. Oh, really trying to get him at the back line. Wasn't sure if it was going in or out, so Ygor to put it away at the end.
Already, Charmaine, you sense the physicality of this men's singles. Both men really coming at each other. There's a real high-octane intensity from the off here. Power loaded.
Yes, exactly. They both have power game, and they're playing fast, a fast pace right now. They're really trying to move it in the back courts and find the back line.
So it's a 2-point advantage in favor of Wong Winky. A little too cute there from Ygor COELHO. Audacious around the straight net shot.
Oh, just hits the tape. Lucky bounce on that one. Sat there, could have went either way.
2-4.
Lucky for Ygor, not for Vincent though. One way it's lucky, one way it's not.
Yeah, quite. And that one spilling quite a way wide there from Ygor COELHO. Maybe signs of nerves from the off here. Needs to get that scoreboard reeling, and you sense a little desperation in that regard. Big moments these. Tough to settle against a very experienced opponent from Hong Kong. Do you get any sort of ins into how he works psychologically? Do you know him well enough to give us a sort of snapshot of his personality? Quite a calm man, or quite highly strung?
No, he's pretty high strung. He does like to get excited. He loves to dance, so you'll see some videos of him dancing. He's not shy by any means. So really exciting. Actually, he trains a lot in Brazil and at the favelas as well. It's called the Miradas Projects, sometimes at the national team. But now he's working with a Danish coach. So he'll spend some time trying to get the Danish style and put that into his game as well. So you'll see Nadia Lee Dutch at the back of the court going to be coaching him, but also Marco Descaralis is here as well.
When you say Danish kind of style, how would that be?
Just bring it into your game. Technically, they're so good. The Danes are very, very good, very smart on court. They have a huge culture in badminton, of course. So it's like playing hockey in Canada, soccer in Brazil. So just giving him a more professional way of doing things. And the shots are very tricky shots as well.
And precise, right? Like Mia Blichfeld, who we just saw on this court with an outstanding performance, win over Perminova. Is that a string break? Yes, it is for Wong Winky. He is opting to obviously having to change that racket. A lovely tight net shot here from Ygor COELHO. who is starting, you sense, to just get a little bit of a toehold in here. It's a very tough ask against this explosive athlete from Hong Kong who's laden with big quad muscles. Looks very, very powerful.
He is very powerful. When he gets on behind the shot, he has some deception as well. So Wong Vincent, definitely tough at the back of the court, but sometimes it's those mistakes that will slip in on his fault of his game.
Good discipline point there from Ygor COELHO. Found the line with that one, and he was under a lot of pressure in that rally.
7.
Yes, again, they're both trying to play a fast game. You watch the clears. They're not the high, loopy clears. Really fast, trying to find that corner. Both of them are so powerful on the smash. They don't want to give that weapon away.
All.
Well, good left by Ygor COELHO out the back of the court. Ties it up at 7 apiece.
Oh, that's fine play, isn't it, with the cross smash there from COELHO. Big, timely smash there, just nibbling away and managing to get to the front here for the first time in the match. Enjoying the physicality of this contest, the Brazilian. That was a fine.
And that's his weapon, these powerful smashes, and he does it so well. Again, goes cross-court 2 in a row. You saw Vincent kind of looking for the straight. Didn't get deep enough on that one. And there's the third one. This time, Vincent was there.
Service over.
Yeah, it's certainly been a fast, all-out attack, this match from the off, and really exciting to watch in that regard. There's barely been room to catch a breath between points as well. They're playing at quite an intensity.
Oh, that was too loopy at the net.
Yeah, too high, wasn't it?
And in fact, if you watch Ygor, he was too low at playing that shot. He should have reached up. He was there on time, and then the pressure on the other side, and Vincent's going to pounce on that.
Well done. Again, the flat, hard drive having its way and yielding the short lift.
Yes, he keeps the pressure on again. A big smash, that time straight. Able to get that back. No chance on that one.
So what a turnaround in the opening passage of play here for Ygor COELHO. He breaks to the front at the mid-game interval. He leads 11-9.
And it works, I think. I need to be more focused.
Yeah, but what is it that works?
Deep.
That's your steep smashes. But also remember, you don't have to play them to win them. Play them and then you move. Because he's not dangerous. He's not doing anything sound or anything. He's blocking it, okay?
Always interesting, Charmaine, to see if we can sort of catch any glimpses of what's been said. And I heard the Danish coach just talking to Ygor there, but I couldn't quite pick up on what was being said. Did you catch that?
Yes, don't worry about it. Keep doing the steep smashes. Don't worry about it. Don't try to win it at the back of the court. Set yourself up. He's not doing much with it, so just be patient. And I think mentally, too. There, beautiful shot. Little disguise on that shot. Wiggles his racket at the net.
9.
That's fine variety. He's mixing it up nicely. Very deceptive right now. And it's been a confident middle phase of the game for him because he had quite a slow start by his own admission, I'm sure.
Trying to go across on that one. Vincent had enough time. Again, he's not smashing very much, Vincent, at the moment. But this one, able to do it.
That's a fine leave from Coelho there. And the Danish coach will be delighted with that one, Nadia.
10.
It's the longest point of the match.
Yeah, it just got out of the way, out the back.
A little too greedy with that one, just missing the sideline, but you can see the intent.
And this is where he really, Ygor COELHO just has to
14.
focus. He's playing really well. Just keep up the same amount of pressure that he's doing. He's a younger player, so he can't let these mistakes slip in.
Yeah, certainly the physicality issue would favor the younger player. There's no doubting that. But it's tough to stay on that kind of level, isn't it? That you're walking a tightrope of tempered aggression at all times, aren't you? Easy to be too complacent or over press.
What a smart shot on that one. And comes over, it cuts that shot this time. You can actually hear it, Paul. Listen to this one. Comes over, beautiful placement. So it's not always hard and sharp. Sometimes you want to cut the shuttle. So that means coming over it and it dies quicker.
There's a lovely steep angle as a consequence of that snake-like sound of shuttle on string.
So I got to visit back in 2007 in the favelas, and after playing the Pan Am Games, I brought my medals in, and I talked about the Olympics, and Ygor at that time says, my feet hurt from training. He was in bare feet training on cement. My feet hurt, but I want to go to the Worlds, and I want to be an Olympian. So incredible story, and he did. In 2016, he represented Brazil at the Olympic Games. So
lovely moment
amazing.
For you.
Yeah.
How about that? So you kind of ignited that ambition when you showed him the medals, really, right?
Well, not really. They work hard. They have a great project, but just to be able to go in there and see the way they train, it's another girl actually from the same projects also played the women's singles, Lohane Vicente.
Touching story. Really like that, Charmaine. As I'm sure all of the viewers will.
Oh, beautiful deception on that one.
Fantastic. The backhand deception down the line was top draw, wasn't it? I don't think anybody around here got to see that. Look at that. Just a slight of the wrist and then a fantastic put away.
Yeah, very smart. That's where he set it up, right at the net. That little fake disguise,
16.
put Vincent
Wow.
off balance, and then big smash to put it away.
He's done well in this opening game, has Ygor COELHO. A run of 5 points so far for him.
Gorgeous shot. Really nice. Again, that's about 3 cross courts on that one. Vincent's really
17.
looking straight down the line, really not covering the cross. He should kind of get it about now. Just be careful.
It's been a masterful display, this opening game so far by this man, the Brazilian, very confident after a sluggish start. Good patience from Wong Wing Ki there.
Exactly, Wong Wing Ki. He needs to, again, his strength is attack, and he's not on attack very much in this game, but when he is, to mix it up like that, so he needs to start fighting back and looking for that, his opportunity.
Yeah, the driver of the point more often than not has been COELHO, hasn't it? What with his pace, his youth on his side and his explosivity, but Wong there just demonstrating good patience.
Wong Wing Ki, that's what he needs to do. He needs to set himself up at the net to try to get on the attack. And that's, you just saw that point. Trying to look forward to the net a bit more will throw Ygor COELHO off as well.
Hairpin right there from the top draw.
Yes, exactly, and that's where he needs to do it. If Vincent wants a chance in this game, watch this, just hits a tape, tumbles over.
Just as I thought for the first time in the match, he was going to get his first run of 3 points, denied by the net there, Vincent von Winke.
Oh, Ygor COELHO really strong, really physically fit. He works so hard on the court, so it's hard to tire him out there. Watch how fast, he's really playing at a fast pace, a huge smash.
And when you watch him and watch him alone, as I did in that last point, he's got poise and balance.
Vincent,
big, strong legs. He just glides around, and which means that when his head's still as well, he just looks so elegant on the court. As does his opponent as well. So how about that then? 18-15 lead, a 3-point advantage for COELHO there. And just as Vincent von Winke was coming back, you sensed in that game, the door has been kind of slammed shut on him at the moment. Can COELHO keep this man at arm's length? We're waiting for a challenge. We've gone upstairs for the first time in the match.
15.
Just waiting for buttons to be pressed. In fact, we're not. We're going to just continue anyhow. 19-15 in favor of the Brazilian. It spills wide.
And we have another challenge now, this time from Ygor COELHO.
Ygor COELHO challenge call out.
I think there's a little drift to the right of the screen. You see it looked like it was going to go out more, and then it was close at the end. That's when Vincent wasn't sure if he should play it or not.
Looking at the wrong line for that one. We don't know whether it's spilt wide. Let's take a look from this angle. Yes, it has. Just about. You can see why he's challenged, though. It was so close.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 16-19. Play.
Good leave by Wong there again. COELHO narrowly missing at the end of another lung-busting rally. So Von Winke working extremely hard now to reduce the deficit. Super play right into the pocket of COELHO.
Yeah, Von Winke was ready for that smash, could redirect it, and that set himself up at the net. Great shot, and puts it away. But it was his defense. He was ready for that smash. So now you can see Vincent okay.
It's 3 points in a row for him now. Suddenly he's on a roll. 3 consecutive. And COELHO, you sense, just pacing around, trying to slow the pace of the match down a little between points. He's got some thinking to do. Just a 1-point game now.
That's a huge smash.
4 in a row. Wow. He's really come to the party just in time in this opening game.
And that's what he does so well. That's his attack. That's what Vincent does. Well, Vincent.
Yeah, he's marching around with authority now, is Vincent. COELHO looking a little vexed. That's fine, it breaks off the net in his favor there. The Brazilian fans will delight in that. And that was timely.
Yeah, Vincent able to take advantage. Ygor COELHO with game point.
Gone long again, but again we challenged. Brazilian going upstairs. Had a lot of challenges of late. The umpire busy. The beating heart of the challenge. He so wishes this one found the line. Perhaps what it's about. You saw the fist pump he thought he had.
Yeah, it's tough. It is tough to see that back line though on this side, but might as well challenge it. He has 2 of their unsuccessful per game.
That
is indeed just long.
No challenge remaining.
So Ygor COELHO with just 1 challenge remaining.
No, he's finished his challenges now.
Okay, so we're tied up at deuce. So 2 points clear will win this game. Brilliant. Really finding the space on the court so well, as he's done a number of times off that directed
21,
Yes, he could have put that way earlier, but nice and patient, like his coach was telling him. Very steady, well done.
Great deception to secure the game. Ygor COELHO with some late brilliance, sprinkling the magic dust on that game. Gets through the opener, 22-20.
Yeah, deception on that shot. Took it low, wiggle of the racket. Greatly placed to win the game.
Always middle.
Yeah, a little bit when you play him back, but also when you play him over here, a little forward. See it touching. You play low,
Well, it's often tough to pick up on what the coaches are saying because there's so much adjacent noise bleeding in from other courts, being 5 courts in operation today. But Wong Wing-Ki breaking back to level after having been down in that opening game for such a long time. You sensed he was going to turn it around with that run of 4 consecutive points, but then denied at the sharp end by some utter brilliance from the man from Sao Paulo. Now, what will the coaches have said to their charges? And will there be any reflection in the way that this game will or will not change? So, COELHO taking the opening game, 22-20. Here we are at the start of game 2 with the Brazilian to resume.
Second game, level, play. Service over, 1 low.
Well, yeah, yes, Ygor was able mentally to handle the pressure at the end of that game. You weren't sure, not as much experience as Wong Wing-Ki, Vincent, so pulled it off at the end. Now he needs to continue to do the same. You heard the coach, just be steady, you're playing well. Play fast to the back line so you take away Vincent's attack. So if he can find that back line and get on attack, mix it up.
Play from Vincent there, opening the Brazilians caught up nicely. So it's been a strong start. Despite the loss of that tight opening game, often you see a player who's worked so hard and having just lost out, just crumble away early start of the second, but good play, good response from the man from Hong Kong.
Yeah, these mistakes, he's forcing him a little bit, but still, this is where you really, Ygor has to focus, bring the shot in if it's not working, and just be steady. The way he played in the first game, perfect. Just keep it up. But that's a lot of experience. I mean, Vincent has that experience on the other side. He knows how to change it up. So Ygor is just going to keep getting stronger and stronger with the tournaments in the next few years.
Service off, 1-5.
So stopping the run of points at 4 for the Hong Kong man, the Brazilian. It's another good point though from Vincent Wong Wing-Ki.
Service off, 6-1.
He's really come out of the blocks this game. Desperate to make a statement of intent. Wong Wing-Ki.
Excellent shot by Ygor COELHO on that one. Wong Wing-Ki, loose one, and Ygor able to get his racket on. Very smart. Finds the open court and goes cross.
Interestingly, early observation, Charmaine, you're the pro at this kind of stuff. I sense that the drift is going slightly sort of down from our main camera towards the Brazilian at the moment and slightly left to right. Is that the way you kind of sense it?
Yes, yeah, it looks like it. And every court can be different. In a big venue like this, it's not easy. These guys make it look easy. But if you're not used to playing in venues like this, there's always a drift. The lighting is different. So it's a challenge wherever you go.
Getting used to all the innuendos, the little subtleties of each of these new arenas. Oh, so deceptive. He was looking the other way when he played that cross drop.
And he comes in so quick. He uses the power in his legs on that one. So he's up there. He waits on this. Watch his racket. There it is. Just goes cross.
Super response from Wong Winky there. Explosive with the off smash.
Yes, he's just able to fast racket. If you see it, he goes cross, gets up on it. Excellent shot. Well, you hear a lot of applause. It's Lindan right next door.
Yeah, the legend. What is it, 5 World Championship titles? I think he has to his name, Lindan.
Yeah.
Something very special.
2 Olympic golds.
Has the ability to make the game look just so easy.
Yes, yeah, he's incredible.
Chinese fans breaking out into just national celebration whenever he wins a point. So back, turning our attention back to this one, of course.
Great flat exchanges this time, Vincent. Wong Winky.
It's been a real standout feature of this match, hasn't it? How many flat, firm exchanges there's been. So many. When normally you see so many changes of pace, but these guys just going toe-to-toe in that regard. Nice play from Wong.
10-5.
Tough dynamic this, never having met before. Higher ranking for the man in black with his back to us, who's trailing the game. This is tough for him. 7 years older, far more experienced.
6,
Wong
10.
against the cheeky young Brazilian upstart, Ygor COELHO, with so much game to his name.
7-10.
The man from the ghetto. Can he get across the line and extend his stay here in Nanjing?
Oh, great read. You watched him come quick on that one. He really read that one beautifully. Just watch his base. He pushes Vincent right to the corner, comes up on the base and able to put it away. Very smart move.
But too greedy there.
And that's what he needs.
That's huge, right?
It is. And once he can build on that, he'll be incredible.
Yeah, I think you're right. I buy that entirely, Charmaine. I think he's got so much weaponry, so much poise, so much athleticism. He's elastic, he's explosive, he's lithe, sinewy. And I think he's kind of greyhound lean as well, isn't he? But at the moment, it's Wong Winky who's managed to create an advantage at the mid-game interval. He leads 11-8.
Clock to 20 seconds. Clock to 20 seconds. 11-8.
So the man from Hong Kong with a slender 3-point lead in the second game, despite losing the opener.
Excellent shot.
That's fantastic, isn't it? What an athlete. From the poise of the tight, straight drop.
Service off.
Look at that. Look. The
9,
deception and then into
11.
this.
Yeah, fantastic, actually. And you watch his movement. He's so strong in his leg. I mean, both of these guys out here, they're very, very strong.
Yeah.
But Ygor COELHO, Samba.
Yeah.
All the kids do Samba. No,
Do
really,
they?
oh my goodness. I did that bad. I went back and visited him in 2014 as well. And they got us footwork.
12,
My legs
9.
were exhausted at the end. So they have music and entertainment. They have about 200 kids every day playing badminton at the center, and it's great. So a little more fun, but definitely my legs were dying.
A little bit of beach soccer as well. Just to tire you out even more, they do love their soccer over there, don't they?
13,
Culture thing.
9.
Down the line with that as well. Well, it was a good leave in the end.
You say good eye on that one. Not sure if he was going to try for it or not,
Yeah,
but
I think he kind of swung at it, but withdrew away from the contact point.
so watch how Igor's really mixing up his shots. He cuts over a lot of them, and very patient right now, waiting for that big smash opportunity.
Too greedy with that one. Great work from Wong, who maneuvered his opponent all over the court so nicely there. This was clever, the backhand.
Right spot, but too much and out the side.
15.
Nadia. Talked to her the other day as well. She came in. She really is trying after the Olympic Games. The Brazil Badminton Federation and the Olympic Committee hired her to help Ygor out with training, different professionalism, and yeah, really, he really enjoys working with her as well. A fast one right there, right into the
11,
corner.
15.
You sense there'd probably be quite a strict sort of disciplinarian aspect that the European culture would bring to the talent and hand skills of the Brazilian, as long as, I mean, he's got that natural athleticism, hasn't he? But that was called wide, right?
No, it was called in, so Vincent is going to challenge that one. You're allowed 2 per game, so he starts again at his 2 challenges. If you're successful, you keep them, so.
Well, I'm going to stick my neck on the line. I think this has kissed the line. We'll soon find out as the heart beats loud here. Yeah, right through. Plumb on for
Challenge unsuccessful.
Brazilian COELHO.
1 challenge remaining. 12, 15, play.
Beautiful read.
Yeah, Vincent all over that one. It was because Ygor came in with a flat racket on that one too, so he could read it. Sometimes you have to change up it. Very flat, it's going to pop up and over, so Vincent all over that. Great rally, puts him to the back again.
That is a super turnaround from Wong, who's working really hard. We saw a full-length dive in that rally. Did well to salvage this. Charmaine, what are the subtleties that he's done to turn this around to you?
Well, he's really trying to fighting spirit out there. He knows he has to get the next few shots over, but he's clearing, trying to get to the back line now on Ygor COELHO, giving it a little bit more height, waiting for that smash once in a while, but definitely trying to win that net. You watch him, he comes in nice and quickly, tries to spin it, and that's when I think Wang Wenqi needs to do is keep focusing on that net.
Thank you.
But these guys, the pace in this game, it's really hard work from both of these players.
It is grueling from here just watching, isn't it? Thunderous tempo they're playing at. Good lead from Coelho. He sensed that going long from the moment it left the Hong
Service
Kong
off.
racket.
13-17.
So he's trying his utmost to turn this game around, but certainly the higher ranked player has brought his best here. Proving tough. Another one spills long over the back line for Wong Wing-Ki.
Yes, and this is where Ygor
17.
just needs to keep fighting, and that's what he's so good at. He has a fighting spirit, and it's hard. I know I played the women's doubles that came out of there, and they just keep fighting. They don't let it hit the ground. So it's not going to be easy. You just have to be focused and keep going.
That's gone.
And you have to cut down on these mistakes. He does so well. Bring the shot in a little bit. Don't go for the line. Bring it in.
14.
Well played, so quick to pounce on that, as you say, testament to his young
Service off.
21-year-old sort of athleticism. He's
15,
just so power
18.
loaded.
Well, watch how fast he's into the net. That's the power in his legs. Great snap and puts it away. Oh, excellent get onto the ground. See Wong, who's trying to go higher into the clears on these rallies.
Merciful put away from Coelho there.
16, 18.
Yes, watch this. Beautiful net spin right there. Wong Wing-Ki, Vincent just getting it back, and Ygor, that's it, brushes it up for the point. Excellent shot.
So both men bringing their utmost at this important passage of play.
Thank you.
And Igor's father, Sebastio, in Rio, is where they're from. They have 4 badminton courts. It's cement floor, but it's green. When I first went there, some of the roof wasn't finished in 2007, so they have good partners right now and really, really helps these kids. It's not just about badminton, it's about, you know, they learn English, they do math, so it's
17,
a fantastic program.
18.
He was thinking about a pool, and instead swimming for the kids, so he built the badminton courts, and yes, really has helped a lot.
Lovely story. Just missed a moment of magic there as well from the backhand of the Brazilian. That's spilt wide again, a little too greedy. Could pay a heavy price for that.
Service off.
As Wong Wing-Ki breaks
19,
with a
17.
2-point lead. In timely fashion, the man from Hong Kong looking very focused right now.
Again, it's the speed that they're playing at. Oh, it's about to leave it. But I was thinking it was falling in. Wong Wing-Ki, Vincent
20,
really trying to find that back line.
17.
Yeah, he's done well in that regard, hasn't he? He's been quite well weighted. We've seen a couple of unforced errors in that regard, but the man in black has risen to the occasion and is desperate to tie this match up here. But they'll have to wait a little longer because Coelho's so quick to close down the net.
Service off.
Yes, you watch him coming in really fast again.
18,
Great
20.
smash, and then snaps it, puts it away.
So 1 game point saved by Coelho, but he still has work to do. There's another 2 in favour of Vincent Wong Wing-Ki here at 2018 in the second game. Oh, he's found the line. He has. Hands down from the lines judge. What a point
19,
from Ygor
20.
Coelho there.
Yeah, he's coming back. Great cross court, right at the net. Nicely placed. He comes in very quick. Again, that power in his legs.
Now, can he do it for the 3rd time? Deny conversion of the game from the man from Hong Kong. No, he can't. It's Vincent Wong Wing-Ki then,
Second game,
who
won by
secures the
Wong Wing-Ki,
second
Vincent.
game.
21-19. 1 game
21-19.
all.
So deadlock then on show court 2, with it all to play for. 2 of our 4 matches have gone the distance here today, and it's been very exciting to watch. After 39 minutes, there's really no telling which way this one's going to turn.
佢都好少放，係啦，淨係推直線推對角，兩邊都係直線對角有。嗱，正手呢邊咧，除咗推之後咧，佢仲有呢個正手佢有過網，但係呢邊係冇㗎，喺度全部都係兩邊推嘅，所以你自己要注意，你過到呢邊嘅時候你要注意，過到呢邊嘅時候你要注意就係咁樣啦。有變速一下。
Well, this is turning into spellbinding, no less.
20 seconds. Hop to 20 seconds. Ygor.
Just about to resume game 3 then in this compelling match. First men's singles on show court 2 on day 1 in Nanjing, the BWF World Championships. Start of game 3. Charmaine, you sense that Nadia Liduk, the Danish coach, was almost saying, being quite firm with Ygor, saying, come on, calm it down a little, maybe a little over exuberant, too close to lines, as you said so eloquently earlier. He's just got to cut out some of those forced errors that got him in that situation, right?
Exactly. He's playing so well. Just be patient. Don't go for the winners. Come in. There he is, coming in from the line. So don't go for the lines right now. Don't give your opponent easy mistakes. Vincent's winning at the net, so she also said bring the shuttle into the court. Don't play so wide, bring it into the court. Cuts down the angles. Ygor can run with him, so don't worry about his fitness. And that's what she's kind of saying, don't go for the winners. Set yourself up, when it's there, take it, but just keep going.
Well, it's been a sparkling start from the Brazilian in this one-game shootout here, vying for round 2.
And there it is, excellent shot at the net, very nice. So instead of going right cross or on the sides, bring the shuttle in. You cut down the angles, pounces on it for the point.
No buys for the seeds, of course, in the men's singles because it's such a laden draw. 64 competitors. Winner of this one will stand to play the winner of HS Pranoy as the 11th seed. He takes on Manota of New Zealand.
Excellent.
Super point.
Yeah, it's those flat exchanges that you said earlier, Paul, that they do so well. Nice and flat, keeps up the pace.
5 in a row then for this man, who is so loaded with talent, the Brazilian. Sometimes you sense gets a little carried away, as anyone would at 21 years old, with the sort of exuberance of youth and all of the deception that he has and the hand skills that he has. What happened there?
I'm not sure. I think Vincent might have hurt himself a little bit because he stopped during that rally. So yeah, he did.
Yes, he has. He's hurt his knee or something.
Oh,
Ouch.
Don't ever like to see that at all.
Oh,
yeah. You saw he didn't even go for that. It was wide open. He could have went for that shot, so you knew something was wrong. he has problems. You can see he's strapped up.
Okay, yeah. We couldn't see that under his shorts, but there's some heavy strapping there. Let's hope he's okay and able to continue. Nobody likes to see this, but that was a really frustrating moment because the shuffle was kind of nudged cross-court from the backhand of Coelho, and this man, for the first time in the match, didn't even try and make an attempt at making the play. So the doctor will come out and assess where he's at.
Exactly, it's awful to see another player go down. For everybody, I mean, you never want to see that, but you know, I think something actually went, because if you stop like that, you usually feel something.
Yeah, and
so
it wasn't cramp.
No, you feel something, so he knew, I'm sure.
There, almost gesturing that something had snapped in perhaps hamstring or quad there. He's very laden in that department, very heavily muscled. It's been a high-tempo affair, this, very physically grueling on day one in Nanjing.
Yeah, you never want to win that way. You never want to lose that way. You always want to make sure everybody's kind of a family here, so you don't want to see the injuries come in, so it's a tough one, but you see how he's injured going into these World Championships. Nobody wants to miss the World Championships.
But the way that he just resigned himself to just standing still, as if to say, something's gone there, ambles back to his corner, only to just literally fall on the floor, and that was a little disturbing for all Hong Kong fans watching this. These are...
Yeah, Wong Wing-Ki, Vincent too, he's very strong. If you look at his legs, his arms, he's a very physical player. He hits hard. But that movement, that's his lunging leg as well. So when you're lunging, you usually lunge with your racket foot in badminton. So 90, probably 95 or more, you're lunging with your racket foot. Right-handed, that's his right leg. So that's where you put the extra pressure on as well. You'll notice too, there's a stronger leg in all of these players out here. So always when you wear jeans or different ones, you get the tighter leg. It's always difficult to find some pants. Yeah, I don't know if he can. He's going to test it. He'll test it maybe.
He's able to continue. Time will tell. Let's have a look.
Now for Ygor too, it's very difficult. When someone goes down with an injury, you don't want to change your game. Sometimes you lose focus and make the mistakes.
He's moving very gingerly as well, and just trying to put pressure on it. And let's see what ensues here. 7-2. Ygor COELHO leads in this deciding game in round one of the men's singles here. Sort of, a grimace etched all over his face for a while there. Let's see.
Play.
Yeah, you're going to see Vincent too coming out, not sure what he can really do, not wanting to injure it any further than it is. Yeah, no,
he's moving so gingerly. I think he's had it.
I think he's going to try a few more points, see if Ygor can make the mistakes.
It's obviously a very sharp pain, Charmaine. That's what you can sort of imagine.
And Ygor is not going to give it to him. These are the mistakes. Yeah, I was going to say, again, it's mentally hard to play someone injured. It really is. It's a struggle because you have to pretend nothing's wrong on the other side.
Well, you've got this conflict, haven't you? You don't want to sort of like pain somebody who's in trouble, but you've got to be quite merciless now at this stage, and that's difficult, very difficult, because it's inhumane.
Yeah, it is.
And you've got this sort of conflict going on, but as a professional, Ygor has to be very, very hard now and really try and get across the line.
Yeah, it's tough to watch. So when Vincent, he's struggling. He's a great guy on court. He's always, smiling and very energetic on court. So it's part of his game to be able to move.
Yeah, it's been such a physical, bruising match. 11-4 mid-game interval. He is out of there. Vincent Wong Wing-Ki sadly having to retire then. At 11-4 as Ygor COELHO breaks to the front in this deciding game. And sadly, well, nobody likes to see it, but a generous round for a man who put up a sterling fight, but his Nanjing assignment is curtailed due to a niggling injury that reared itself midway through this third game.
By Ygor COELHO.
So Ygor COELHO comes through in 3 games.
Yeah, Ygor COELHO really strong out there, really dictating the pace, getting on attack. He was playing really well coming into that third game. Of course, he never wanted to see an injury. He would like to win it on the court, and too bad for Wong Wing-Ki. Vincent, hopefully a quick recovery and take care of his injury and back again soon.
Yep, that's rough, but confirmation of the scoreline then, 22-20, 19-21, 11-4 in favour of Ygor COELHO, who comes through and survives to see round 2, and a sympathy sort of wince from him there, having a good ranking win over a man who had been a top 10 player this time last year. So just confirmation of the scoreline then coming through in 3 games, as you can see on that graphic. Ygor COELHO safely through, the Brazilian against Wong.